I never actually made a video about myself. My partner was a yoga teacher, and she had ridiculously amazing talent.
Okay.
And I got to a point in my life where I'd done a business endeavor and it had failed, and I didn't make any money. And the global financial crisis came along, and I
Mm.
thought about going back to Australia to go back into finance,
Mhm.
but the global financial crisis wiped out every finance job on earth,
Mm.
and I came to a crossroads where I didn't know what to do. So I looked at my partner, who was ridiculously healthy. She was a phenomenal player. She had a six pack. She's very positive and happy. She was a great yoga teacher. And I
Mhm.
thought, you know what? She's got some talent.
Mm.
So I said to her, look, I'm going to manage you for a year.
Okay.
So, I'm going to commit 100% to manage you, and let's see where it leads.
Mm.
Within 1 year, we had a 20 episode yoga TV show sponsored by Reebok on
Mm.
Fox that went to 11 countries in 20 million homes. On Fox Sports, it went across the whole of Asia, except for China, but the whole of Asia,
Okay.
every country in Asia, and the whole Middle East.
Wow.
And so I learned something about leadership. I was reading a lot of books by John Maxwell, who's
Okay.
probably the number one expert on leadership in America. He's written like 50 books. I'd actually read all his books with a highlighter, and he said something that really, really struck in my heart. He said, leadership is influence. And I remember thinking about that very deeply, and I thought, who do I have influence over? Right? Because it's very easy in life to think I have no influence.
Mhm.
I don't influence anyone. But in fact, every single person in the world I have influence, and it begins with a smile. If I smile to people, they smile back. I've actually influenced them. So you got to admit to yourself, even if you think you're nobody and you have nothing,
Yeah.
you actually do have influence. So if you go around complaining to everyone and you're miserable, you actually influence everyone. People react to you. If you go around yelling at everyone or arguing with everyone, they're going to react to you. You're influencing people in a negative way.
So whatever we set out to do, we are influencing people
Yeah, yeah,
for better or worse.
yeah. And I know this is probably a bad example, but I actually saw a video by Will Smith,
Okay.
and he talked about how when he was a young boy,
Mhm.
he changed to a new high school,
Mhm.
and he'd come from a school where everyone was white,
Mhm.
and then he went to school where everyone was black,
Mhm.
and he had a bit of an ego about himself because he's a very self-confident guy.
Mhm.
And he went into the mess room at lunchtime and said, "Hey everyone, I'm Will Smith.
Mhm.
I'm here." And some tough guy said, "Who are you?"
Mhm.
And he said, and then he made a smart-ass joke about the guy's girlfriend. And then
Oops.
later that day, the guy hunted him down and beat him to a pulp.
Oh.
And then the guy got arrested and went to prison. And he remembers being in the principal's office, looking through the window and seeing that guy being put into a police car, never heard from ever again. And in his whole life, he felt guilt about bringing out the worst in that person. Bringing out the worst in that person. And he made a conscious decision to always try and bring the best out of every single person he met. He made a decision to influence people in a positive way. Now, I've watched that video and I thought, I want to make videos that influence people in a positive way, right? And when I made my Fox TV show, I went to the Fox Hop office and I asked them, "You guys meet a lot of celebrities?" And they said, "We meet every celebrity in the world."
Yeah.
And I asked all the employees there, I said, "Who's the best celebrity you ever met?" And they actually said Will Smith. And I was really shocked. I said, "Why is that?" And they said, when he came in the room, he influenced every single person in the room in the most positive way ever, and he uplifted everyone in the room. And after seeing that video, I realized that conscious decision.
It's a conscious
unfortunately,
decision.
He had mental illness or mental health problems, and he had that outburst. But in his journey with everyone he met, I heard from people that he had that positive influence. So I thought, my partner has really good talent with yoga. And I thought, I don't influence anyone in my life. But I thought, no, I do. I influence my partner.
Yeah.
Okay? So I thought, I do have influence. Okay, well, how can I use my influence in a positive way? I thought, well, I can influence her in a positive way, and then she can influence other people. So I encouraged her. I said, look, why don't we write a script for a 20-episode yoga show? We researched it. We got, we must have got 70 DVDs of yoga shows. We got like 100 magazines. We went through hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos. We made a list of 750 yoga poses. We had photos of everyone. We databased it. We mapped it out. We sat down and then we choreographed a 20-episode TV show that used 300 yoga poses. that if you did every single day for a month, you would do 300 yoga poses every month. We created a system.
Mm.
You know, we took it to Reebok, we took it to Fox. They loved it because they'd never had someone come in with a talent, a script, and a sponsor ever before. They said that we never seen that before, and we said, all right. They agreed to do it. It cost $100,000. We filmed it at a resort with full TV production team. It was amazing, and it influenced 20 million people.
And you say 30 episodes?
20 episodes.
20 episodes.
Yeah.
Must have taken forever to film.
7 days to film.
7 days.
Yeah, because these guys are real pros. They know what they're doing. Right? Wow. And we had the script.
Yeah.
We'd already mapped out every minute of the whole thing, so you just know what to do. But the point is this. I thought I had no influence on anyone in my life. I thought, who am I? I'm no one. I got nothing.
Sure.
But then I thought, no, I do have influence. I influenced one person, the person I love.
Yeah.
I influenced her, and then she influenced 20 million people.
20 million people. So
now, look at I'm a numbers guy. If those 20 million people watched a show, decided to exercise more, and they all lived 1 year longer, that's 20 million years of life. 20 million
smiles.
20 million smiles. So, in a way, you're creating life by influencing people in a positive way, and you don't think like that. But until I went through the process of influencing one person who then influenced 20 million people, and she influenced the management of Fox and the management of Reebok, and they bought into her vision and my vision, and then she went on to TV, and then that influenced 20 million people, and then that influences their family members and their friends, and it all exponentially goes out.
They see my brother looks healthier.
My sister looks healthier. I can't have a baby. I can't create life. Yeah. But through her and then do that, I influence these people to do yoga every day. Oh. Right? And a funny story came up. I had a friend of mine who loved yoga, but he was a bit of a puritist, and he didn't really want to watch my show. And then, because he's like, yoga's this and that. And
there are different schools.
Yeah, right.
You have to do it a certain way.
Mine was more like, TV stuff.
Sure.
And then years later, he went to the Philippines and he was at a resort and he was talking to this couple and they were talking about yoga, and then they said, oh, we started doing yoga because we watched this TV show, right? and coincidentally, 1 week before, he'd stayed at my house and he went, oh my God, I stayed at their house last week. And I was like, wow, that's influence. Leadership is influence. So it doesn't matter who you are in life. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. You gotta buy into this concept. I have influence. And it begins with a smile, which means it doesn't, that's a metaphor, right? What it means is you can influence every single person you meet in life in either a positive or negative way. And you have to make a conscious decision to influence every person you meet in life in a positive way. Bring out the best in every single person. And with video, right, you can try and bring out the best in everyone. But you've got to have something interesting to say that adds value to people.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you can watch the full podcast right up here, or you can see some more clips right about here.